for the Saudi security to move around more than 2.5 million Hajjis, pilgrims, out of their tents, out of their camps, into two locations. One is called Jamarat, and the second location is the Grand Mosque, and then bring him back. So you are talking about organizing the movement of a huge masses. So the Saudi government, through its experiences over the years, developed a very complicated system that involved the security people, involved the mutawifin, who are like the tribal agents, who should take arrangements of the pilgrims, which comprise of about 1,000. They go in a certain time of the day. They have to move into a certain direction, come back through a certain street. If any mistake happens, if a group make the wrong turn, that will cause a disaster. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. The government promised an investigation is going to be through about it and announce it soon. Who made that mistake? And it is the Hajjis who refused, according to the Minister of Health, who defied the order of the police and went in the wrong directions from a certain street to another. Or is it the travel guide? That is still under investigation.
Right, but couldn't they have made a mistake if it's their first time here? There's just so many people. It is unbearably hot. It was 100 degrees Fahrenheit during this time, and some reports indicate that the people that got caught up in this were pretty much on their own, that there was no one there to help them. What do you know about that?
Oh, it was a big number of different nationalities, all laid in one area. And of course, they cannot be in their own because it is a very crowded place. You see, while the Hajj is experienced by Saudi Arabian authority over the years, it's a new experience for many Hajjis themselves and many leaders of the Hajjis themselves. So it's often that many of the Hajjis do not follow the instructions of the Saudi security, and they could go in their own or try to take a shortcut, and that often leads to such a situation. But the authority rushed into the locations in a few minutes and start taking the Hajjis away from that location and blockading the area to make sure that no more pilgrims move and accumulate more crowds. So the incident was very much controlled. Right. But you just can imagine the huge masses who move into those two locations in a short period of time.
Yes, we can see that. We always see the video, and you wonder, how does it work? And this time, it just tragically did not. Journalists, thank you, Jamal Khashoggi, for us. Thanks so much for talking with us, Khashoggi. Well, we turn now to a disaster in the U.S. state of Washington on the West Coast. 4 international students are dead after a tour bus collided with another tour vehicle in Washington state. Dozens of people were hospitalized. 2 remain in critical condition. It was a horrific scene on this bridge, as you can see, in downtown Seattle. The bus collided with a popular tourist bus called a duck boat vehicle from city streets. The duck boats can roll on land and float on water. The National Transportation Safety Board is sending a team to investigate the crash. No one is sure how it happened. Well, with a number of recent strains on their relations, China's president arrived in Washington for talks with President Obama. Next here, we'll tell you what's topping the agenda. We'll have a live report from Beijing.